Oh my god, what a massacre!
What?
What a horrible way to cut the mango!
What's wrong with this? It's the easiest way to do it. Huh. I made you one too, so you can't complain.
Oh, sorry, there's a stench in this room. Can you smell it? It's actually Gandalf. It's his poo.
Oh my god, I'm eating mango here, Jim. I don't want to know about your bird's poo.
I've got mango slobber all over my face.
It's up my nose. That's how you eat mango.
However you eat mango, it's freaking delicious, so it doesn't matter how you cut it. G'day gorgeous people, welcome back to my kitchen / dining / lounge. Leanne is back, woohoo! So the restrictions have been marginally lifted here in Victoria. We haven't seen Leanne here since the end of filming for season 12 Gogglebox, so it's so good to have her back. How amazing is that freaking hair?
It's the same colour as my mango.
That's right. Now, to all the Gogglebox fans who are watching this, you know why we're making this video. To all those who are in... Shut up, Gandalf! To those of you who are overseas or don't watch Gogglebox Australia, probably not aware, but there was a segment on a John Throde travel food video through Thailand or Vietnam? India, where he cut a mango crisscross like how Leanne cut it in this intro. And apparently I made a comment. I'm usually half inebriated when I'm on the couch, so I don't remember anything I say. Half, no, full. Half. So I don't actually remember what I said, but I vaguely recall saying something about, oh my god, that is the wrong way to cut a mango. This crisscross way is efficient, it's quick, but that's not how I was taught. When I used to cut mangoes crisscross like that and mum saw it, she went bonkers. So I've never ever cut mango that way. So many of you have DM'd us. Seriously, we have never received this volume of messages, emails, DMs to our Instagram and to our YouTube account, mostly asking us to show you how to cut a mango correctly. You cut that for me. Don't be a mango I was going to say mango slag.
I'm sure you can say that, it's fine.
Don't be a mango hog.
Oh my god.
No, so many of you have asked us to show you how to cut mango the way we've been taught. The way I cut it, not the way Leanne cuts it, because Leanne obviously cuts it the crisscross way, and I don't use that method.
It's the lazy way, I get it. But the way that Tim does it means that the whole family can share the mango and you can use forks, you don't get your hands all sticky and you don't get mango up your nose like I just...
Look, it's also not the most efficient way. It's laborious, it is time consuming, and if your knife skills are subpar, it could potentially be quite dangerous, which is possibly why Leanne doesn't do it this way.
Well, I actually don't do it this way because my knives are massive. I don't have a small paring knife or anything. So when I cut the mango, I lose a lot of the flesh and then I'm like, well, there's half a mango left.
Yes, that is true. And your knives also need to be ultra sharp. I did endeavor to sharpen all my knives this morning, but even Leanne found with this paring knife, it's not very sharp, even though I spent freaking 40 minutes on sharpening my knives this morning.
It felt like a butter knife. I couldn't tell the difference between the sharp end and the flat end.
You will require a knife, and I've got a paring knife here, and I'm using this round, and most Australians will be familiar. This is the Calypso mango. It's what you're going to find in most grocery stores, most of our supermarkets. So firstly, you see this little butt thing? I like to remove it, and it kind of like has a little hole. So that's like the sphincter. So you start from that end.
Oh, you'd leave his nub alone.
Exactly, and you just use your knife, and we're just peeling it. We're literally peeling the skin off. If the mango is firm enough, you can actually use an apple peeler to peel it, but the mango is a little soft. So what you do is you just gently and carefully cutting the skin off.
Oh my god, I'm terrified just watching him. There we go. You want it to come away in like nice long strips. If you get a rhythm going. It kind of comes off in like one long strip.
We are going to show you how to use mangoes as well in recipes more than just eating it as a fruit or adding it to a basic green salad. For those of you who live up north in Queensland, Northern Territory, northern part of Western Australia, you know, Darwin, and you've got amazing access to fresh mangoes, we're going to show you how to use green mangoes so you don't have to wait for your mangoes to ripen. And a lot of recipes that we have with mangoes in Malaysia involve green unripened mango.
It's a whole different flavour and it's actually really nice.
It's delicious.
It's so crisp and fresh. And...
It's a perfect summer fruit
Yeah.
because it's great for summer salads. And let me tell you, you cannot prepare green mangoes by crisscross cutting method. You can't. You have to peel the skin off like this. It is time consuming. However, at the end, you have less wastage. And like Leanne was saying, you can share it among the whole family. Okay, so...
if you're the sharing sort.
If
which
they're
you might
sharing
not
sort.
be.
Exactly. So there we go. Now, to those who have never eaten a mango, I don't know why you wouldn't have, or to those who are allergic to mangoes, which surprisingly, 4 of our followers messaged us and said, we are allergic to mangoes.
Really?
I didn't realise it was a thing. It was a thing. And most of them,
that.
they live up in Queensland.
Oh my god. So basically you've got access to the best mangoes here and you can't eat them.
And you can't eat them. You could literally have mangoes all year round and you're allergic to them. I'm so sorry. That's horrible. But to those people who are not aware, there is a massive pip in the center of this, a big seed. So what you want to do is like imagine you're filleting a fish. So you're coming from the head and you're cutting down, and once you hit the pip, so just go round it.
Yeah, you sort of angle your knife so that it kind of goes on a little bit of a path around there.
There we go, you see? And I like to always say, you've got 4 sides.
Exactly, you take the sides.
And you always take the sides.
Yeah. On a Calypso mango, there's always like a good chunk on the side of each pip.
Because they're wide.
Exactly, but on these ones, you get a lot less. Because then you can go like on an angle.
There we go.
He butchered it, but this is the best part. This is the best part. You're gonna eat it through.
This is the part, like when you're baking, the best part about baking is when you get to lick the bowl and the spoon. This is the best part. You get to suck all the remnants of the flesh and the juice off the pip. As kids, whenever mum would prepare her mangoes, we would always fight over it at this stage.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
But mum would always cut 2. So there's always like one person who gets left out.
Yeah. So what we usually do at this point with the mangoes, while Leanne is sucking on a pip, is mum usually cuts thin slices like this. So everyone gets a little bit. There we go. That's how we cut a mango in my family. Itadakimasu! Oh, that's not right. Oh,
The other one was,
compare
compare the colour.
I know, compare the colour. This is clearly not right, that is.
You've got another pip there though, so at least you don't get left out.
You see, eating the crisscross way, my face is covered in mango jizz. At least eating it this way, oh, how civilized.
Yeah, eating it with our hands because we're so civilized here.
A crisscross mango is the equivalent of drinking a nice English breakfast tea out of a mug. And eating a mango, the way we have been taught to, is like drinking it with fine bone china and your little pinky. It's like...
And that's why Tim isn't civilized. And hey, what's wrong with it drinking English breakfast tea out of a mug? You get more of it. I'm so la-di-da. I won't eat my mango crisscrossed. To be fair, I have mango juice all over my face.
We've shown you how to use a standard sweet mango. However, I think we did mention that you can use unripened green mangoes as well. And what we have here is a Thai green mango. So this is unripened, and you can technically use any green unripened mangoes. You can actually buy green unripened mangoes as well, specifically for this. We're making a savory dish with the mango. We're gonna make a Thai mango salad. And because it's hard, you don't need to use a knife. You can actually use
good old peeler.
A good peeler. So what you do is you just peel it as if it was like a pear or apple.
Yeah.
Look at that, it's that easy. Because it's green, it's still very firm. Now, what you can do with this, if you're in Thailand or Malaysia or Vietnam, there are these special devices that you can use to easily dice green mangoes. If not, you can actually use a knife as well. I have this little device. I don't know if you can see that. Look at that. Okay, so it's just like, it's like Wolverine's claws. And all you do is just be very careful. You're just scoring it like that.
I'm terrified by the fact that you're scraping towards you.
If you don't have this, feel free to use the knife. And this is where,
oh, that's worse.
yeah, you just do that. And then come down like that. And that's how you get your strips.
Or if you're like me and you don't have all of these fancy gadgets and scrapey knife blades and stuff, you can just cut everything into long thin strips and then into strips again. So
yeah, don't blame the tool, blame the operator. I'm definitely going to admit to that. This is not the tool, it's the tooler.
Tim, you are a tool.
I am a tool.
On the plus side, this is going to be really, really, really tasty when it's done. I've had this salad and Tim makes an absolutely cracker green mango salad.
Okay, so we very daintily finish off julienning the green mango.
Yeah, we need to discuss your knife skills.
Leanne was so worried for my personal safety that I was going to somehow cut my fingers off. Yes. So we're now going to combine the salad together. We're going to firstly make the dressing.
Oh, yes.
We're starting off with 4 raw cloves of garlic. Chuck it into a mortar and pestle.
Yes.
We've got 3 red chillies. Now, I'm being very conservative with the amount of chilies I'm putting into this dish, only because my partner, whilst he can eat spice, he's not that good at it. So we're only being very conservative.
But you can put more if you want.
Yes, normally I'd put 4 times the amount. I literally would have 10 red fresh chilies, serrano chilies, or habaneros if we have it, or scorpions, or whatever. And this is 1.5 tablespoons of dried chili flakes.
Now Tim, just quickly,
Yes.
if you're like me and you don't have a mortar and pestle, can all of these ingredients go into like a little blender or something?
I mean, look, here's the thing, right? Mortar and pestle, you're crushing, you're mixing, you're doing more than what a blender does. Because a little mixer or a little blender, you're actually cutting.
Yeah, you're not releasing the flavors.
You're not.
Yeah.
So if you don't, that's fine. Just feel free to just mix it. Just put it on the lowest setting and maybe pulse it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I also have this tiny little piece of belacan or prawn shrimp paste.
Very, very Malaysian sort of thing.
It is very Malaysian.
And Tim likes to add it into all of his various cuisines.
This is probably the most controversial herb in world history, coriander. You either love it or it's the devil's herb. We love coriander.
Absolutely love it.
Yeah. I've got the butts, the ends and the roots. Chuck it in here.
Huh.
Yes.
Now that's something I've never actually thought of.
Yeah. No. A lot of the flavor, texture, fiber is in the roots.
Huh.
Want not, waste not. We don't live in a throwaway society, or rather we do, so we need to make do with everything we have. If you don't want to do this, you can literally keep, if you don't want to do this, you can actually keep the ends of the coriander and just put it into a cup of boiled water and it will start reshooting. So you can actually get multiple coriander harvests from the one root base. And that's even from the ones you buy from the supermarket or from the grocery. This is 1 tablespoon of fish sauce. So if you don't like fish or you're vegetarian or vegan, feel free to use tahini or a light soy sauce. But this being a Malaysian / Vietnamese / Thai salad, fish sauce plays a very heavy seasoning element.
You can also use miso in place of fish sauce in a lot of recipes, but again, different flavor profile.
So one thing about Asian cuisine, it's all about finding that perfect balance between sweet, sour, spiciness, and what we have so far is spiciness and saltiness, and I'm now adding the sweetness. This is gula melaka syrup. Now, gula melaka is a Malaysian coconut sugar. What I've done is I've made a syrup out of it.
It's way better than using regular sugar syrup in recipes because it has this rich caramelized flavor to it. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Now, what we're doing is we're just combining everything. Now that we've kind of mixed everything, put in your mango. We've got some bean shoots. Very generous handful of coriander leaves, spring onions, peanuts. What we have here, limes.
And yes, they look like lemons, but no, they are definitely limes.
Yes. We have a massive Tahitian lime tree that produces, and I kid you not, thousands.
It really does. His entire table here, just a few weeks ago, was covered in boxes and boxes of limes. It's insane.
We got to a point now we actually leave the limes on the floor to rot because we've got so much of it.
Couldn't you just leave them in a box outside for people to take?
Stop being practical, Leanne. Okay, and now we're just mixing it.
Oh, it smells incredible. Honestly, that lime juice just lifts it.
Itadakimasu! Oh my god. Sublime. The first thing you get that hits you is the sourness from the mango and the
lime as well.
And the lime, yes. And the flavor and saltiness from the fish sauce and the belacan. But then you get a very subtle sweetness from the gula melaka. So if you don't have a gula melaka syrup, you can substitute with sugar, honey, golden syrup, whatever you have in stock. Thank you all so much for joining us. We hope it wasn't too anticlimactic on how to cut and prepare a mango.
It kind of felt like it was. There wasn't much to it.
No, it literally was versus crisscrossing.
You just cut it.
Yeah, you're peeling it. That's it. So, yay!
Yay!
We would be ever thankful if you hit the like button, and if you're new to the channel or you want to follow us, please subscribe and hit the bell notification buttons.
Yeah, then you'll get to see the next video where we make tasty food.
Yes. Bye!